Right, let's go.
That's
Hello.
good enough. Hi.
This is the Two Awesome Guys and LFP Animations. And today
Hello.
we are doing commentary on our new animation, The Multi-Doctor Story, Part 1.
Yes, and part 2 will be up on Alex's alt channel after this. We'll put an annotation at the end if you're interested in seeing both parts.
Yep. And obviously, if you haven't watched the actual animation yet, I'm not sure why you're watching this, so go watch it right now.
Spoilers are ahead.
Okay, let's start off with the backstory.
Yeah, so it was about 9 months ago you contacted me with the idea behind it.
Yeah.
And was it at this point you already had Tyler on board?
Yes, I believe it was on the 12th of January, he asked me, don't you think it would be cool if our doctors met together for a short adventure? And I was like, no. And I just kept thinking about it for about a week or two, and I came back to him a couple of weeks later and said, I quite like that idea. And I said, but it's probably not the best idea just to have two doctors in it. And having written Jacob's final episode with him, I was already in contact with him and that kind of thing, so I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we had him in it as well? So I contacted him and he was happy to do it, and stuff happened.
And the rest is history.
Yes.
For the past 9 months, juggling projects.
Well, I suppose we ought to speak a little bit about the prequel first. It's called The Valeyard Dilemma, and originally SC Films, who unfortunately can't be with us because he has a broken laptop, he was back in Easter. He was going to make just a short Easter special episode called The Valeyard Easter, which entailed his doctor regenerating, and he thought he was the Valeyard, and then Jacob's doctor went and helped him out, but unfortunately at the time he couldn't make it, so I decided to go with the idea because it seemed like quite a good idea for a prequel episode. So that happened. That's on my main channel at the moment. It was been up for about 2 weeks or so.
And initially this was supposed to be a segue into Tyler's Lego Doctor Who series, but due to other reasons that never happened.
Yeah. So
that's why, if you're wondering why his involvement was perhaps less so than ours, it was because his series never happened in the end.
Yeah. And also, he did write all of the script with us. It's just the filming and editing he didn't really have a part of as such. Well, okay, there are these aliens in it called the Vortex Lords, which many of you will be wondering what they are. They are, in fact, an alien which basically the entirety of my first Lego Doctor 2 series was focused on. And they sort of a bit like the Time Lords, but they're also very powerful, and well, you can find out the rest by watching part 1 itself. And of course, Jacob's Daleks are in it, because they come through to my universe as well. And that's in part 2 though, I believe.
Yeah. There's it implies that you have seen a lot of the other stuff we've done.
Yeah.
So
it's probably worth seeing it first, to be honest.
Yeah. It was there was a bit of confusion early on whether or not we should actually do it or not, because some people might end up confused by the whole concept, but in the end I think it worked for the best.
I think so too. Well, another thing which would be interesting to point out, which not many people are going to care about, is that we have gone through 9 versions of the title sequence before we made the final ones. So that was a lot of work went into that, to making that title sequence. Probably a bit over the top, to be honest, but
at least we got there in the end.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we should get into the commentary now.
Indeed.
And there's currently a plane flying over my house. That's good.
Okay.
Right, so this is our previously segment for the Valiant Dilemma, which we were talking about before, and my Lego Doc 2 series, and Two Awesome Guys Lego Doc 2 series as well.
Yeah, so this is just mostly put in to give you an idea of the other stuff that is there in case you haven't already seen it.
Yeah.
But of course there's annotations and that sort of thing so that you can actually go and watch these things.
Oh, how clever.
I know. I spent, years of this whole YouTube thing trying to figure out how to actually use annotations correctly.
Oh, so here we go. Scene 1. Gallifrey.
State your intentions.
We need your
So this was
assistance.
filmed by me with my
Exactly.
macro lens on my
We would like you to open
Nikon
up the bridge
camera.
between
Because
universes.
most
You can definitely tell there's an improvement in quality though with
And
the
what's in it for us?
the DSLR.
You'll
definitely,
get the
yeah.
opportunity to eradicate
The focus works quite well.
And of course Ross reprised his role here of Rassilon from your series.
Yeah, he was in my prequel to the first series, the 50th anniversary.
And I tried to get him to show a bit more enthusiasm with this one.
Just a bit.
So, yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, type sequence.
this is version 9.0.
Yeah. Certainly better than version 1, I must say.
I think elements from every single version have just been compiled into this one.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I do quite like having all 3 TARDISes in though. I think that's
That works quite well.
yeah.
And I do like the music, it's quite cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe I should pay the
So, this is my TARDIS, which I
Was
don't
this
actually...
the first ever scene that you filmed for this?
It was, yes. I filmed it the night we finished the script.
Oh, so quite a while ago then.
A very long time ago. It was, I believe that was in March or something, wasn't it? Might have been.
Yeah.
Well, this is.
Of course, most people, because we only announced it really a couple of weeks ago, a lot of it's
I don't
been
think it's going to be
under
as simple as
wraps.
that.
So people
Yeah.
might not necessarily realise just how long we've been spending on this project.
Yeah, it's about half an hour altogether, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very long, if you include the prequel as well.
Yeah, yeah. And then a coffee shop.
Oh, this scene. If there was one thing I could change, it would be possibly to reduce the length of this scene a bit.
Yeah, very long scene.
If you need anything,
Although there's some good banter between the doctors, I must say.
Let's get back to the point.
Yeah.
Again, how do you think
And
Adds a
I
bit of
think-
comic relief in some ways.
Long story.
yeah, I think a lot of it is needed, but
I say we find
some of
out
it could have been done without, possibly.
Possibly.
I don't know what I'd change though.
Don't go back to our own.
If I
No,
had to change
it's,
anything.
it'd be hard to decide what to take out.
you could talk? You look like a girl.
Mm.
Banter.
I suppose it's not too bad in hindsight, but it does feel like, especially been editing it for the past few months, that it does drag a bit.
Yeah. I love the biscuits.
This one was quite a difficult one because, especially when we were writing the script, I was thinking, how am I going to do this?
Oh no.
So I think having the freeze frame was possibly the best option.
my hair is natural.
Shut up, he's trying to kill
Yeah, it's quite a good idea at the time is to have them all hiding behind the chairs and stuff. I believe you
Yeah.
came up with the idea.
Yeah, a lot of it does. I think this scene mostly just sets the boundaries between the different personalities of each Doctor.
Yeah, it's a good thing to introduce, really.
Another vortex
Yeah.
lord.
A vortex? What?
So
And
then in
here's
part
what
2
it's
we
all.
can just go all out with the action.
Another nice
Yeah,
lord.
and the
We
battle
have you
scene.
now, master.
Sorry. Did you just say master?
Who do you think you are to question me?
I'm the
doctor.
Let's
I just
That's
had to put that line in there.
You
I am the
expect
Doctor.
me to believe that?
Can't
We
go
couldn't
without
not in the end.
Oh, I
It
know.
had to be there somewhere.
Yeah.
That will be us.
It's just like you
Of
have.
course.
If you do a multi-doctor story, you just have to do I am the Doctor.
see. I told you we had to
Yeah,
find out
definitely.
who did it
There's
first.
quite a few multi-Doctor stories in the works at the moment, aren't there?
Yeah, I
Or
think
is-
we're one of the first to have actually released it.
the vortex lords are a species.
Yeah, I think we definitely pushed to try and get this out as soon as we could.
Mm.
Although 9 months is still quite a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Galfrey.
And there's the Senate scenes. That was
Who are
fun.
these people you bring before me?
Oh yeah, all the green screening.
That was
What do you mean,
such fun.
doctors?
This is a result of what you asked us to do.
I asked you to free us from the pocket universe, not this.
I must say the new backgrounds we added in look a lot better than the original grey wall I put behind it.
Versus had to be collapsed.
I still, I don't know. There's something about it that just feels a bit off.
The hand of massive.
Maybe. It works, it works.
Silence!
And then this is where we start getting all the debates between the Vortex and Time Lords.
Yeah.
Starts to pick up a bit here.
That meeting could have gone better.
Yeah, this is all a sort of Sherlock-inspired Mind Palace type scene where they're all in a Mind Palace sort of thing.
Looks like
Yeah,
Time Lords
this was
are-
another thing that we thought might have caused some confusion in the end, but I think the final product looks very good.
They are an extremely advanced
I mean, the fact that he's just like throwing random stuff out of his hands sort of implies that it's not real.
They possess the ability
Yeah,
to take lifts in time. That's what really scares me.
Yeah, that wasn't actually in the script, but I think Jacob did a pretty good job of adding that stuff in.
Oh, thank you. I try my best.
Everything.
Now this we kept under wraps quite a lot, especially in the promotion. We didn't want any
yeah.
of this getting out.
The whole
So-
Omega thing. Yeah, we made sure that no trailers or posters or anything had anything to do with Omega in them. And even the voice actors, we didn't tell them anything about it, apart from like one or two people who had the word Omega in their lines. Apart from that, no one knew about
So,
it.
incredible secrecy that we
The vortex
kept
has
over this.
forced our hand.
Yeah,
We have no choice now but to go to
we
war.
we did a better job than they did with Series 8, I suppose. No leaks.
Ah, the high Do you like my new face?
Oh, and this
I
is
think it's a great improvement.
oh no, it's not the first time you've seen the Master. What am I thinking?
What do you want, Master?
But yeah, it's.
One that if
I had the
Yeah.
in my first series. I had the John Sim Master, but at the end, my companion shot him, and he regenerated into him, just in case anyone didn't know.
How do you intend to help us, Master?
I mean,
I
Jacob
prefer to
included
go
that sort of
outside.
regeneration bit in there
And
previously.
you need information about the vortex
Yeah.
lords.
Just so that people could, you know, understand, follow it a bit more, even if they hadn't seen
I was
your
previously in
series.
alliance with
Yeah.
them.
Enough. You abandoned us
But
once.
we got Matt Movies in to voice the Master here, who was a friend of Tyler's,
No,
who
wait.
got him
I
on
wanna
board.
help.
Yeah.
And I really do like the way he portrayed the Master.
It's sort of classic feel to him, classic look to him.
Yeah, I'm very fond of just the way he sort of articulates himself.
That's
I think it all
brilliant, yeah.
works.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to having him in series 2.
All the bridges are open, so anything can come through.
And this is another
Vortex lines are missing reversible.
Mind Palace bit here
In my universe,
with the biscuits, a running joke throughout the both parts. Not sure if it was the greatest idea to have the biscuits joke, but I don't know, it's not too bad.
It keeps it a bit more lighthearted. I think when we attempt a multi-doctor story like this, it can't be entirely serious.
No, it
There
has to
has
have
to be,
some jokes in it.
yeah. But I think we got the balance right with this in terms
Yeah, I
of
think so.
humour and seriousness.
Yeah, so we actually had some stuff to put in trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fight scene turned out quite well. It looks good.
Oh, thank you. I was very much inspired by the fight scenes in Equilibrium for this one, especially with the guns.
I've been meaning to watch that.
This evening,
Yeah, it's a
an
very
attempt
good
on my
film,
life was
in my
made
opinion.
by a vortex lord. Why should we live in fear of these creatures? And we shall go to battle.
The ultimate cliffhanger. And
Definitely.
next time.
Right, so annotated
So-
somewhere on screen, we'll put
Yep.
the second part of the commentary.
Yep.
So
And
stick around for that.
we'll finish it off here then. Goodbye,
Yeah,
everybody.
so-
See you on the
Bye.
other side.